Welcome to the Darkest Corner. Today's stories are going to be strange and mysterious. Please enjoy.
Hey everyone, it's me again. Or is it? Sometimes I'm not even sure who I am anymore. Things have been strange lately. It started subtly, Little things, like I'd swear I put my keys on the table and then they'd be in the fridge. Or I'd have a conversation with someone and later they'd deny it ever happened. Jamie, they'd say, you're imagining things. But I'm not imagining things. I know what I saw. Like last night, I was working on my project. It's important, very important. But I can't tell you what it is. They're watching. Anyway, I was working and I heard this scratching sound coming from the walls, not like a mouse, more deliberate, like someone was trying to get in or out. I looked around and that's when I saw it, the shadow. It was tall, thin, and it moved wrong, like it wasn't attached to anything. It stretched across the room, then vanished into the darkness. I tried to follow it, but the room, it changed. The walls shifted, the furniture rearranged itself. It was like a maze, and I was trapped inside. Then I saw the eyes, glowing red, in the corner of the room. They blinked, and a voice whispered my name. That's when I woke up. Or did I? See, that's the thing. I don't know what's real anymore. I keep finding these symbols scratched into the walls, drawn on my skin. I don't know where they came from. And the dreams, they're getting worse. I see faces, faces I don't recognize, but they feel familiar, like they're trying to tell me something, something important. I'm starting to think, maybe I'm not alone. Maybe there's something else here, something inside me. They say I'm losing it, that I need help, but they don't understand. They don't see what I see. But you believe me, right? You know I'm not crazy, because if I am, then what does that mean for you? The chipped, ornate frame caught my eye immediately at Mrs. Henderson's garage sale. It was heavy, the glass cloudy with age, but something about the swirling silver inlay whispered of forgotten elegance. $5, Mrs. Henderson chirped, her smile a little too bright. Been in the attic for years. Back home, I propped the mirror against the garage wall. Dust motes danced in the single shaft of sunlight that pierced the gloom. As I wiped the glass with an old rag, a faint image flickered within. Not my reflection, but a shadowy figure standing just behind me, its face obscured. I spun around, heart hammering, but there was nothing there, just the dusty shelves and cobweb-draped tools. I told myself it was a trick of the light, the grime on the glass playing games with my eyes. I cleaned the mirror more thoroughly, revealing a surprisingly clear reflection. Still, a prickle of unease lingered. That night, I brought the mirror inside, intrigued despite my apprehension. I hung it in the hallway. As I passed it on my way to bed, I caught a glimpse of myself, but something was subtly off. My smile didn't quite reach my eyes, and there was a flicker of something cold and calculating in their depths. I blinked, and it was gone. The next day, things started to feel wrong. Objects would shift slightly. I'd hear faint whispers when I was alone. My cat, usually affectionate, would hiss and arch its back at the mirror. One evening, while staring into the glass, I saw it again, the shadowy figure. This time it was clearer. Gaunt, with hollowed eyes that seemed to pierce through me. Its lips moved, forming words I couldn't quite decipher, but the intent was unmistakable. Malice. Panic seized me. I tried to take the mirror down, but it felt impossibly heavy, as if anchored to the wall. My fingers slipped on the cold glass. Suddenly, my reflection twisted, the smile widening into a grotesque grin, the eyes burning with an eerie red light. It reached out a hand, its fingers long and skeletal. I stumbled back, a scream caught in my throat. The air grew icy. I could feel a cold presence in the room, pressing in on me. I squeezed my eyes shut, wishing, praying for it to stop. When I finally dared to open them, the reflection was normal. The shadowy figure was gone, but the air still felt heavy, charged with a silent threat. I knew I had to get rid of the mirror, but now I wasn't sure if I could get rid of it. Every time I looked at its placid surface, I felt those unseen eyes watching, waiting. The elegance I had once admired now felt like a sinister trap, holding something ancient and malevolent within its depths. The garage sale bargain had become a terrifying gateway, and I had unknowingly invited something dark into my home. Music box, I love garage sales. You never know what treasures or curses you might find. This time, it was a music box, beautiful in a creepy sort of way. The old woman running the sale said it had been in her family for generations. She didn't know much about it, just that it played a lovely tune. $5. Couldn't resist. Back home, I wound it up. The melody was haunting, like a lullaby from a nightmare. It made the hairs on my neck stand up, but I couldn't stop listening. That night, the dreams started. Vivid, terrifying dreams. Shadows moving in the corners of my room, whispers in the dark, a feeling of being watched. I'd wake up in a cold sweat, the music box melody echoing in my head. I tried to get rid of it, threw it in the trash. It was back on my nightstand the next morning. Gave it to a friend. He called me later, terrified, saying he'd had the same nightmares. The music box, it always came back. One night I woke up to find it playing on its own. The melody was different now, faster, more frantic. And then I heard it, a voice, whispering my name, calling me closer. I don't know what that music box is or where it came from, but I know one thing. Some things are better left buried in the past. Some tunes are best left unheard.